What's going on? Jake here with Uncommon EDC, checking out the Protech Les George Rockeye, and this is part of the Operator series. So they do this with most of their knives, and the Operator series is just a blacked out version of the knife. So everything from the handle to the blade, the pocket clip, all of the hardware on it is going to be completely blacked out. The only exception here is going to be the tritium inlay on the button, and that's going to glow in the dark. If you're not familiar with tritium, it's like a radioactive material contained in a vial. It's not dangerously radioactive, but it is radioactive, meaning that you don't have to charge it with any light source. It will just glow for something like 25 years, which is really cool. Now, the other thing with the Operator series is this completely unbranded. So if someone were to pick this up off the street, you dropped it, they're going to have a hard time figuring out what it is because it doesn't say Protech, the knife model, it doesn't have the steel, anything. All of it is completely sterile, which is really, really cool. Now, these run about $280. They're pretty hard to get your hands on. Retailers do stock them and they sell out pretty quickly, but you do find them at shows from time to time, which is where I got this. I picked up at CCKS. Now, it is an automatic, and so really kicks out of there, really great action, as all Protechs do. And the fact that it's a larger automatic, and it's been throwing oil lately, I'd need to take this apart and maybe dry it up a little bit, but they do their automatics really well. But being an automatic and me living in California means that I'm not allowed to carry automatics that are over 2 inches long. I'm allowed to own them, just can't carry them. And so I mentioned in the PT Plus video that Knife Rights recently sued the state of California to hopefully repeal the ban on automatic knives, but as is right now, I can actually carry this one legally. Now, I've been using it mostly as kind of my nightstand knife. I used to keep the Benchmade Mini Adamas on my nightstand next to my bed, but replaced it with this, and it's great because although it's blacked out and difficult to see, that tritium button will glow, makes it a little bit easier to find in the dark. Now, everything else about this knife is going to be the same as the standard Rockeye. So you have aluminum scales with this textured grippiness on the one side. You can see the side with the pocket clip, there's no texture, and this really is meant as a right-hand knife. I think Protech is a company that occasionally does left-handed knives, but this one in particular, not reversible, so that pocket clip's only on one side, and then that grippiness is only on one side, but it's really effective. So you have a 5-inch handle on here, so pretty much even the largest hands are going to be able to get a full 4-finger grip on here, and it really does lock your fingers into place really effectively. That pocket clip is well placed, disappears behind my knuckles, and the jimping is really effective at grabbing onto my thumb, kind of lands right where my thumb naturally wants to sit, and I'm a big fan of these wider, kind of more aggressive looking jumps. I like how they lock your thumb in place, and so I really like that on this one as well. Blade length is 3.375 inches. You have a drop point style blade with CPM S35VN steel on it. Again, this one's going to be coated, but the regular version, it's just going to depend on what you pick up. You might get a coated or you might get a satin finish or stone wash. And so weight wise, a little bit on the heavy side, especially when you consider the 3.375 inch blade at 4.64 ounces, but I don't mind that as much on this knife because it's more of like a tactical knife, and so you want a little bit of heft to your tactical knives, and I'm not huge on tactical knives. I do like this one quite a bit, but I'm also not getting a ton of pocket time with this one in particular, so if it were something that I were EDCing, I'd probably want something a little bit lighter, but as is, I don't mind it because of the use case that I'm using it in. And so that brings your overall length to 8.375 inches. So a nice size on this knife. It's pretty hefty, not huge and not tiny, kind of a nice in between. I'd say a little bit above average in length. And really comfortable handles. Again, you have a nice finger guard that's going to keep you from sliding up on that blade. The grippiness is effective. The pocket clip is really nice, also blacked out, but really stout, not going to bend a ton on you, and pretty deep carry. You can see it's below the lanyard hole, so you're going to have somewhere between 1/4 inch and maybe under 1/2 inch exposed. Not a ton exposed in your pocket, but some will be exposed here. And again, that's not going to be a reversible pocket clip, unfortunately. But like I said, I think Protech does left-handed models, so you may eventually be able to pick one of those up. But overall, I think a really, really cool knife. Not just the Operator series, which I really am a big fan of, hoping to get more in the Operator series, but the knife itself I think is really cool. Their automatics are just so fun to mess with, and they really kick hard. The bigger ones, it doesn't feel as dramatic as something like, say, the Runt, because you don't have a lot to hold on to with the Runt. This one, you have a really really secure grip, so it's not going to come flying out of your hands or anything like that, but still almost as much kick as you get on that tiny runt. And so I really like that about it. But overall, I'm pretty impressed with it. Haven't gotten the use that I get out of some of my other knives, again, just because it is illegal for me to carry it. It's gone on a couple like walks and stuff with me, with my dog, but still try not to really push my luck in terms of the legality of carrying this one. But if you have it and you carry it, you live somewhere where you're allowed to, let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. And as always, if you're watching, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button because it does help out the algorithm. I'm pretty sure this one will be going up the first day of Blade Show. I'm recording a bunch of videos a little bit ahead of time since I'm going to be out of town. I'm not uploading anything but maybe shorts at Blade Show. If I do take any content, take any videos, I'll probably update it when I get home or upload it when I get home, just because I don't want to have to deal with that while also going to my first Blade Show, looking around and shopping, and then also trying to record content, upload content, want to socialize and meet up with people in the pit, maybe eat some local food places that I can't get here at home. And so don't want to be worried about uploading videos, which is why I recorded everything up until Blade Show prior, and then hopefully I'll pick up back to normal on Monday. But thanks for watching. As always, hope you have a great one. Take care.